Yo, what is up, guys? My name is Nicholas Earl, and welcome back to another episode of Earl Sports Bets. And today we've got another NHL slate to go over. It was 10 games, but about 45 minutes ago, they announced that the St. Louis LA game is postponed. LA had difficulty traveling from Denver, so that game is delayed or postponed for today. So we have 9 games we're still going to be going over. But before we get into the video, before we get into the recap of what happened yesterday, you guys know what to do. Give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel down below if you haven't already. And turn on post notifications so you guys are notified each and every time we come out with a video here at Earl Sports Bets. You can also follow us on our social media at BetsEarl on Twitter, at Earl Sports Bets on Instagram. We also have a Discord chat if you guys want to join that. The link to that will be in the description of the video down below. And as always, leave your best bets for the NHL in the comment section below. Quick little recap of yesterday. We went 1-3. Could have easily been a little bit better of a day. Arizona and Minnesota. We had the over 5.5. That may show 5 goals right there, but one was an empty netter. We had kind of no shot at winning that one. The Islanders, they won in overtime. We had them in regulation, unfortunately, so that's another one where it could have easily swung the right way, but it is what it is. And then we had the Blue Jackets. They lost in overtime. That was a very frustrating game for that. They were tied 1-1 heading into the overtime, and Dallas scores, and they win. And that's what it is. But our only bet that we hit yesterday was Ottawa. They won. They beat Toronto 4-3, and the plus 215 cashes. So I mean that makes up for a good chunk of what we lost on the other 3 games. So it wasn't that bad of a day considering we went 1-3. We're now 139 and 118, 54.1% on the year. But we got another slate to go over, so let's get right into the slate. But before we get into that, if you guys want to help support the channel even more, we have merch here for Earl Sports Bets. We have stickers, t-shirts, masks, phone cases, mugs, and we're going to be adding more to the site in a little bit. So if you guys want to help support the channel that way, the link to that will also be in the description of the video down below. But let's get into today's NHL slate. We have 9 games to look over. Should be a good day of hockey. And we started off at 4 o'clock between Nashville and Tampa Bay. Minus 292 for Tampa Bay, plus 258 for Nashville. Over under of 5.5 goals. And this is one of those games where I would lean towards the over, but that's juiced a little bit too much for a total. And I would lean towards Tampa Bay, but I'm not laying the minus 292. I'm not laying minus 111 on a puck line, and them on the regulation line is still minus 200. So they've basically priced Tampa Bay to where you can't play them, plain and simply. And this game is a pass because of that. If you want to get some action on Tampa Bay, maybe the team total over 3.5. I feel like they can easily put up 4 goals on the Nashville Predators today. But with that being said, this is going to be a pass game for me. Next, we have the Boston Bruins and the Pittsburgh Penguins. Minus 111 for the Bruins, plus 101 for the Penguins. Looks like it's going to be probably Yaroslav Halak as Tuukka Rask continues to be out with an injury. And then Tristan Jarry on the other side for Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh's been really good at home this year. They're 11-2. But I kind of like Pittsburgh for this. Or I kind of like Boston for this matchup. My bad. I feel like they're going to come in not happy about that last loss against the Rangers, and they're going to come in, they're going to play really well, and I think they're still the better team, and we're going to lay the minus 111. I think Boston gets it done. So we're going to take the Bruins at minus 111 versus the Pittsburgh Penguins. Next, we have the Vancouver Canucks taking on the Ottawa Senators, minus 163 for the Canucks, plus 147 for the Senators, and I really wanted to bet the Senators again today, but the only thing is we don't know who the goalie for Ottawa is going to be. It could be Joey Decord on a back-to-back for him because Matt Murray is out and so is Hogberg. So it's either going to be Joey Decord or it's going to be a third string they call up for something like this. But this is going to be a pass for me in general. I would lean towards Vancouver just because of the goalie situation. We don't know with Ottawa right now, and they're just coming off of a really big win versus Toronto, so this could be a letdown spot for Ottawa. So I'll lean towards Vancouver. I'll lean towards Vancouver, and for the side, I would probably lean a little bit more towards the under. Betting under 6.5 have been very profitable so far this year. Our next game is the Philadelphia Flyers and the New York Rangers, and it's going to be Carter Hart versus Keith Canade, which looked really good against Boston in their last game, shut him out, and they're going right back to him today. And I kind of like the Rangers in this matchup. The Flyers have been struggling lately. They haven't really been able to get much going. They just lost back-to-back versus Washington, and now they're traveling to New York. And I feel like this is going to be a little bit of a rejuvenated Rangers team, and I think they can get the win today. Plus 104, I like the little plus tag. I feel like these two teams are starting to go in the opposite directions. Carter Hart on the road is never someone you want to bet. For some reason, Philly teams on the road is never good. Just ask the Sixers. But we're going to go with the Rangers here at plus 104 against the Philadelphia. Or we're going the Rangers, plus 104 versus the Philadelphia Flyers. Next, we have the Chicago Blackhawks and the Florida Panthers, minus 166 for the Panthers, plus 150 for the Blackhawks. It looks like it's going to be, or it's confirmed, Kevin Lankinen versus Sergei Bobrovsky. So this should be a good matchup in goaltender today. I feel like this is a game that Chicago could steal, but we're not going to be looking at the side of this one. We're looking at the total, and both these teams have been playing more towards the over lately. I like the over 6 for this matchup. These two teams can score. 7 of the last 10 games for Chicago have been overs, and they have only gone under 2 of their last 10. And for Florida, they're 5-3-2 in their last 10 games. 5 overs, 3 unders, 2 pushes. So I like the over 6 in this matchup. I feel like we're going to see plenty of goals. And I'll lean towards the Blackhawks as well for this matchup. But the only side I'm betting is the total in this one. Next, we have the Washington Capitals and the Buffalo Sabres, minus 224 for the Capitals, plus 200 for the Sabres, over under of 6 goals, juiced towards the under for this one. And this is a plain simple pass for me. If you want to play parlays, Washington Capitals are a good parlay piece. Other than that, I'm not touching this game. The unders juiced a little bit too much for my liking, and I'm not betting the Buffalo Sabres, especially at plus 200. I would want at least plus 3, plus 400 to bet this team right now. They're 8-2 in their last 10 games, haven't won a single one. They are looking like the worst team in hockey, no doubt. And this game is going to be a complete pass for me, other than maybe a Capitals parlay piece, but I don't really do that many parlays for this. But our next game will be Montreal and Winnipeg. Minus 111 for Montreal, plus 101 for Winnipeg. I'm guessing it's going to be Carey Price and Connor Hellebuck in net. And that being said, I really like the Winnipeg Jets in this spot. For some reason, they always play the Montreal Canadiens tough. They've won 3 of 4 of these matchups this year so far. They've looked really good lately. Montreal, you can say the absolute opposite. Winnipeg 7-2-1 their last 10 games. 3-4-3 for Montreal. If your book has live betting, even if they hit an overtime period, slam the Jets because the Montreal Canadiens have almost as many overtime losses as they do losses in regulation at 12-8-7. This team is a very frustrating team to watch in 3-on-3 overtime, and they always seem to blow it. So if they have live betting, I would bet the Jets if it hits overtime. But we're going with the Jets overall in this game, plus 101. I feel like they're the better team right now. They're playing like a top 10 team in the NHL. This team is going to be a playoff team. This team is going to compete potentially with Toronto for that number 1 spot in the North Division. So give me the Winnipeg Jets, plus 101. Feel we're going to see some big things from this team. Next, we have Edmonton versus Calgary. Calgary you can get for minus 119, plus 108 run back for Edmonton. And looking at this game, I feel like this is going to be one of those letdown spots. Calgary, they won back-to-back games this weekend versus Montreal, I want to say. and with their new coach. And I feel like this is a letdown spot. They head home now, and they play the Oilers. I like the Oilers in this matchup. It's going to be Mike Smith versus Jacob Markstrom. I feel like this is going to be just a good spot for the Edmonton Oilers. They're playing good lately. They're feeling good about themselves. And a plus 108 for a team with McDavid and Draisaitl and all those fun stuff. Then, yeah, I'm going to take the Oilers here, plus 108 versus the Calgary Flames. I feel like these teams are about even. So, give me the Oilers. And our final game of the night, we're looking at the San Jose Sharks and the Vegas Golden Knights. Minus 231 for the Knights, plus 206 for the Sharks. Over under of 6 goals. And we're gonna end this video off with a bang with a pass. This line is just way too much for me. I feel like this could be a spot where the Sharks could come and get a plus 206 win. That being said, I'm not betting that. This game is overall pass for me. The Vegas Golden Knights have been playing really well lately, other than their 2 games against Minnesota. They're 8-2 in their last 10 games. But this is going to be a pass for me. I'm expecting maybe Devin Dubnyk versus Marc-Andre Fleury. So I feel like the Vegas Golden Knights should win this game. I think they will win this game, but I'm not laying the minus 231 to find out. So for that last game, we don't have any action. All right, to go over our action for today, we have the Boston Bruins minus 111 at Pittsburgh. We have the New York Rangers plus 104 versus the Philadelphia Flyers. We have the Blackhawks and the Panthers going over 6 goals. We had the Montreal Canadiens falling to the Winnipeg Jets plus 101 for the Jets there. And then we have the Edmonton Oilers at the Calgary Flames getting the win. Alrighty then. If this information was helpful to you guys at all, feel free to hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel down below and turn on post notifications so you guys are notified each and every time we come out with a video here at NHL Sports Bets. But that's going to just about do it for this video. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe as always. And let's make some money. Let's cash some bets in the NHL tonight. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out, guys.